The Texas A&M Aggies are getting ready to line up for the 78th time in history against the Arkansas Razorbacks. But one husband and wife who had an Aggies and a Razorbacks banner for a family to sign at their wedding are also getting ready to line up against one another for this rivalry matchup. Now, the Texas A&M Aggies is pretty big in the family. How did you, Sir Joe, become an Arkansas Razorback fan?
Well, I was born in Texas, but my dad at least, and my dad's family were all from El Dorado, Arkansas. So when I was a kid, this is what we did. We grew up watching Arkansas and going through school. All my friends were going to A&M and UT and Texas Tech, and I just stuck with it. I didn't go to the University of Arkansas, but I've been a fan for 50 years.
Joe, as you heard, is a Razorback fan. His wife, Sean, is an Aggies fan, and she has a different story on how she became a Texas A&M fan.
Actually, my mom is what we call a T-SIP. She went to University of Texas, and I had a cousin at the time going to A&M, and when I went and visited him for a football game, I was done. I was sold on it. I decided I was going there. So from day one, I was a die-hard, bleed maroon.
I asked the Atkinses how do they feel about their favorite teams playing at Jerry World, and their answers were,
Personally, I don't like playing there, and we're both kind of feel the same way. We'd rather have a home and home games. We'd rather do that, but it's a little daunting for me. Of course, Kyle Field is huge, but you just can't beat the atmosphere at Kyle Field, and it's really hard to reenact that at Jerry World. So I prefer to play at home.
It's nice that Arkansas comes to Texas. You know, it's a nice neutral spot. I'm kind of like her. I'd rather go to Fayetteville and play them, especially since we had to go to Kyle Field last year and play them. It's maybe not fair, but it is the way it is. So either way, it's going to be an Aggie beatdown. So we'll beat them anywhere they want to play. So
Mrs. Atkins sent me a couple of pictures and videos from times when their respective teams were facing one another. And for some time, Joe hasn't been looking the best in previous photos.
Well, it's been a long stretch. It's been a long stretch. Matter of fact, I sent her a picture like 10 years ago. The year before A&M went into the SEC, I was at the game and we beat them. This is the last time we beat them in football. And I sent her a picture of the scoreboard that said, "Welcome to the SEC." And ever since then, they've kind of put it on us. So I'm looking for revenge.
Hopefully, that revenge starts today, Joe. I also asked Sean if they had any children, and if so, which side do they choose this rivalry game is on.
We have 7 kids together, and I have 2, and both are Aggie graduates, class of 15 and class of 17. And of course, his kids, you know, they like to be on Dad's side, and so we've dressed grandbabies in Razorback gear and A&M gear. But we were at the game in Denver this past Saturday, and we were visiting one of his daughters and son-in-laws, and they decked out in A&M gear for our game. And then we went and rooted on the Razorbacks to beat the T-SIP Saturday night. So but they just kind of go with whoever they want to at the time. So
there's still birthdays and Christmas at stake.
Yeah.
So.
Joe and Sean have been having this rivalry since the 1990s, and the smack talking still continues in 2021.
I don't like to smack talk before. He smack talks whether he's winning or losing 40-0, so that's just in him. I don't like to smack talk before a game, but after, if we win, I'm all over him. So I'll save mine for after the game.
It's going to be fun. It's a great rivalry, and you know, been watching this for a long time, and it's even more fun because I do like smack talk, and she's a good sport. And fortunately, you know, recently we've had baseball, we've had basketball. Football, I've been hanging on. I'm holding on to hope that it's going to be time. It's going to pay off.